Hello, hello, hello. We are live. We are back. Chai and I are back, and we have a beautiful sister with us. But before we get started, we're going to check to make sure our tech is teching, right? Check to make sure that we are live. So I'm going to check my Facebook. Here it is. I see that I'm live on Facebook, and I will check my apps. Okay, Facebook, and check my LinkedIn to make sure that I am live. Because the last thing I want to have happen is that we have a good old time and nothing's live anywhere like it's supposed to be. So let's.
Okay, I don't see that I'm live. Let me see.
Okay, I see you
Oh,
on
you do
both
see me live?
platforms. On both
Oh,
platforms.
oh,
So if it doesn't catch, then yeah, you can always share from mine or Chai's or ABC. So
okay. Sounds
um
good.
okay, Chai, are you good? You live
I'm
everywhere?
good. I'm
Okay, very
live.
good. Very good. Well, good evening, y'all. My name is Dr. Fiona. I'm the founder of Black and Perry, where I help midlife Black women, just all women, but particularly Black women, to be empowered for those midlife transitions, including and especially menopause transition, when a lot is happening in our bodies, we're not sure what's happening, and we need some support. So but in terms of receipts, I'm a registered dietitian, a professionally trained plant-based chef. I'm a doctorate in public health, and I think that's it. So I'm going to turn it over. Oh, by the way, I am a member of the Atlanta Black Chamber. That's why we are here. We're sharing an amazing event that we have curated for our lovely ladies here in the Atlanta area. And I'm going to turn it over to Chai and then our guest, Derrica.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's Chai, like the tea, co-chair of the Atlanta Black Chambers Health and Wellness Committee, also founder of Inside Out Health and Beauty, where we are improving the quality of life from the inside out. I am a holistic wellness practitioner as well as a full spectrum holistic doula, and I specialize in helping mamas get healthy before, during, and after pregnancy. And I love my job.
Listen, that's the thing. So, amen.
I love it. When you're in purpose, right? It's almost like you get up every day and you do what it is that you're called to do, and it doesn't even seem like it's work at all, right? It's like it becomes who you are. And so, when you finally find purpose, it doesn't even seem like work. So I love it.
Absolutely. You said the thing because that's what I was thinking in my head. That's such a thing because man, you just glow, you just roll, you just be differently, right? You just
Be
be
different. You just
instead
be
of
different.
striving, right? We could we could get into it, but we want to make sure our guest introduce herself and we will get into
Yes.
it because I believe that's part of the conversation. Miss Derrica, come on now.
Hello, happy Sunday, ladies. How are y'all doing? So my name is Derrica. I am a founder and designer of Exude International, which is a luxury lifestyle and wellness brand where we focus on improving your sleep quality and boosting your confidence. So I'm a designer, so I specialize in designing fabulous sleepwear, everything from pajamas, robes, nightgowns, caftans, you name it, sleepwear. I design it, and it is made to transition from the bedroom to fashionable apparel.
Woo! Okay, listen. I have questions already, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna
From the
save the question.
bedroom to fashionable apparel. Come on
And I'm
now.
in one of my
Listen, from
pieces
the
tonight because I'm always in my
Hey,
pieces, so I'm always there, honey.
come
Yes.
on.
love it, love it, love it. So, y'all, if you are just joining us, we are all members of the Atlanta Black Chamber. Chai is the co-chair of our Health and Wellness Committee, and we are here to talk about National Black Women's Sleep Day. So tomorrow we're celebrating Harriet Tubman's birthday, and in honor of doing that, it's called National Black Women's Sleep Rest Day. And so today we are talking about sleep, rest, liberation, all those things. That's why we have Derrica here to talk about sleep. Before we get into it, I need you all, as you are coming on, whether it's the live or the replay, we need to hear from y'all. So where are you from? Where you join us from? We need you to engage, answer the questions as we're asking them, as we're having discussions. Leave your comments. We want to know. We want to know that you're with us, whether it's live or on the replay. So our first question, we have an icebreaker question. So our first question, this is for us, and then I'm going to look to see if anybody's putting things in the chat. So what's one thing that helps you to fall asleep faster?
Ooh, should I go first? Okay.
You're the guest of honor. Absolutely.
Oh, so I would probably say my baths. That probably helps me go to sleep quicker. Because on like my health routine, so I do Zumba, and that's the only class that I do at night. It's like from 7 to 8. So after when I get home, of course, I eat, and then I take a hot. I'm a person who likes to take very nice baths and showers, and I'm pretty much getting ready. There's a routine, of course, related to getting ready for bed. There's a routine, and so for me, I would probably say like my baths get me ready. I'm prepped. I get into my nice pajamas, of course. I'm comfy. I'm cozy, and I'm ready to get in bed.
Yes, I love it. I'm all for the routine. I'm similar to you in that I have my routine. My routine includes the candles, turning off all the lights in the bathroom, doing the oil rub down after,
Yes.
self massage, and turning on some spa music. That spa music will get me every time, like
Oh yeah.
out, 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 out. So those are the things that help me to fall asleep fast and better. What about you, Chai?
Oh man, I love all of those answers that you all gave. And depending on the day, I may get a bath, right? Depending on the day, definitely a nice hot shower, definitely my
Mhm.
ashwagandha. Y'all know I'm a
Yes.
big, big fan of ashwagandha. And then, I like to read. Like one of the things I do to kind of help me, my body just kind of relax and settle down is I read until I fall asleep. So it's just one of those things. You know how it is when you wake up in the morning, you're going, you're busy. And a
Hmm.
lot of times you don't
Hmm.
have time to. So I like to end my night a couple hours before I settle in, just reading a good book. And that really
Hmm.
helps me to settle down. So, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. I wish I could read. I feel like my eyes are so tired by then. I try. I certainly try. I get the good word in, so I'll say that. I get a word in. I get my Bible, read some verses out loud, to keep myself awake a little bit more, and then anything else, I'm done. It's a done deal. But
You
I
know what I
love, love, love.
You know what else I do, Dr. Fiona? So I found this amazing, warm, soothing male voice with the ocean playing behind him, and he's actually reading the scripture. It's like 12 hours. And so, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So when I found myself starting to get tired, right, I'll just put that on. I hear the ocean. He's just reading, he's washing me with the word. It's amazing.
Listen,
Yes.
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
let that
need
play all
that.
night.
We
I like to
love
be
it.
washed in the word as I sleep. Okay.
Yes, yeah, I love it. I'm gonna need that resource after, ma'am. Thank you
Yes,
very
yes,
much.
yes, yes.
So, y'all, we are cutting up, but we are here again. My name is Dr. Fiona. I'm with the Atlanta Black Chamber Health and Wellness Committee, and we have our co-chair, Ms. Chai. We have our special guest, Derrica. We're all members of the Health and Wellness Committee of the Atlanta Black Chambers, and we are excited because we have an event coming up we want to tell you about. But before we do that, the information is on the screen, but before we do that, we do want to share the focus of our talk this evening. So we are honoring rest as liberation. So as Black women, there's a lot going on in terms of how we are being treated, the history of our country, and the things that have happened to us and are continuing to happen to us, and the way that we take care of ourselves, right? So rest is liberation, honoring Harriet Tubman's um, legacy and reclaiming rest. So we have Derrica. She is a member of the ABC, like I said, and she is doing fantastic things as it relates to sleep, including making sure that we look good, feel good. in terms of rest. So, rest is an act of liberation, and yet many women, many of us Black women, many women in general, for us, it's for the first thing we sacrifice, right? So, this conversation, we're going to be talking about how we're reclaiming rest and why that is important for our well being. So if you are joining us, we welcome you. Please, please, we want to know who you are. Tell us who you are in the chat, where you're joining us from. We want to engage with you, answer the questions, right? So in the chat, let us know what's one thing that helps you to fall asleep faster. All right. So, Miss Derrica, we're going to get into it. We want to learn a little bit more about you. So, tell us a little bit more about your business, how you got started, why you got started.
Yes, absolutely. So, I started my business December of 2017. So, my business actually started out as just a luxury sleepwear company, and it was inspired by my grandmother. So, I always had a thing for fashion, love fashion. It just kind of trickled down for me. So I always had a thing for fashion. I went to school to study fashion, but sleepwear, I got into sleepwear because when I started the luxury sleepwear company, again, my grandmother, she was the ultimate class, sophisticated lady, and I wanted to feel what was missing in the market at that time. So a quick journey of what I've done on how I came about this is when I came from school, when I graduated from college with my degree in fashion merchandising, I was a bra fit specialist at a department store. And so this was like 2010. And so during that time, I was also helping clients find the perfect bra size and then also helping them find nice sleepwear. But during that time, it was a lot of flannel stuff that older grandmothers wear, or it was lingerie. And I'm like, wow, my grandmother back in the day, she had satin rolls, fluffy slippers. She was just always classy. And so that's how I really got into doing and wanting to design sleepwear because I wanted to fill that gap where women can always look good and feel good at all times, whether we're sleeping, we're lounging, we're hosting, and we can still look classy and sophisticated. And so in 2022, when I got promoted, I went into HR as an exec, which I currently still am. At the time, I actually started studying more about sleep because my clients, like they were buying my stuff because it was fashionable, the company was beautiful, but it was like they were telling me about, we barely get any sleep and I don't do, all this sleep. And so I started actually being concerned about my own sleep and started doing my research. And as I'm researching, I'm just like, oh my God, like it is such like an important thing. Like, why aren't we talking about it? And it just really kind of stems back. I know for Black people, it kind of stems back from, our ancestors being in slavery when they were, waking up at dawn and then going to sleep late, and they were doing all this work. And then and in the US, we celebrate being sleep deprived. That's the thing. Like, in order to be successful, you got to hustle, hustle, hustle. You got to stay up night. And so that's why people kind of look at sleep now as a luxury, and they'll say, oh, I'll rest on the weekend, or when I go on vacation, I'll rest. And so when I started doing all this research, I was like, I have a bigger purpose. My brand is bigger than just a luxury sleepwear brand. Like, I really need to start talking to my audience and making them really understand, like, I want you to feel good. I want you to look good and feel good, not only externally, but internally. Because my piece is, the it is made to sleep in. Yes, you can lounge in it. Yes, it's fashionable, but the main thing is making sure that you sleep well in it. And I'm giving you those tools, and I'm researching to make sure that you are sleeping well. So everything that I share now, so that's why I kind of expanded over time to be not only just a luxury sleepwear company, but now it's a luxury lifestyle and wellness brand, because that is what we are extremely focused on now.
Wow, I love that. I loved it when you said that your brand has purpose, like you realize it was a bigger purpose. I love when we start a journey and we
Right.
don't know that there's a bigger purpose, but then we get it and we just run with it. So kudos to you for that, because absolutely, absolutely, the importance of sleep in any life stage, right? I
Mhm.
work with midlife women, and we could talk about the importance of sleep there, but just in general, having your clients understand beyond looking good. it's important to rest and to rest well. That's fantastic. Chai, did you have anything you wanted to add to that piece before we move on?
I just want to say, I think Fiona is the same thing. We're serial nappers, right? You get to a certain age and you like, I
Yes.
need a nap. I got more stuff to do. But first, nap.
Yes, I love it. A good power nap, honey. A good power nap. It just recharges
Honey.
you. It recharges
Yes.
you. The power of sleep. The power of sleep. I'm telling you.
It is the source of the glow. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, it's the nap. It's the nap.
it is. I'm gonna have to
Yes.
agree with you, Shy. I am. I like to do a little
That
power
is
nap here and there.
that is so, yes, absolutely. We're here for the naps. So before we get into two additional questions and then talk about our event that we want to share with you, I'm curious for the midlife ladies, and I'm sure Chai is too. In terms of the moisture wicking or the fabric that you use, how compatible is it or helpful for hot flashes and those kind of concerns?
Yes, great question. So, of course, like with my clients, because my target market is ages 32 to 65. So, I have my clients that's starting early 40s, that's going into 50s, and they're like, we're hot all the time. I've had clients to where, I mean, I haven't experienced menopause. So, but, from what I have heard about it and studied about it, I have clients going from, they'll just break out and be hot to the point where their sheets, like they have to change their sheets each night because they're so hot. So sometimes they are, sleeping naked just because they're just that
Right.
hot. So I
Right.
have two different types of fabric that I have tested out and I use. So with this for menopause is going to be actually the piece that I have on right now. So it's the fabric is modal and it is a super comfy, soft cotton. It is amazing. It is very breathable, very sustainable. It's all season because mind you, it is long sleeve, but it is so comfortable. It is something, it feels like butter on your skin. And so I encourage my clients who are going through the menopause, this is going to be the best set for you. Because of course I do have the satin, the polyester knits and things like that, and that's hot for them. So they'll still purchase that, but they wouldn't wear it to sleep because that's not going to
Right.
help them, with it.
Right.
But the
Right.
modal is it definitely going to help because it's very breathable all season round piece. I mean, if you guys have ever felt modal, it is amazing on your skin.
Okay.
So I
So we're
recommend it.
gonna we're gonna need a little party. We're gonna need a little
Yeah.
get together. And okay,
Yes,
so
gotta have
I
a
need to,
party. Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
right, Chai. We're gonna need a little party, a little
Yes.
fashion show. We need to have some more conversations behind the scenes because this is fantastic. So y'all, if you are just joining us, it is 6:18 where I am. And so we have started. And so if you joined us late, number one, tell us who you are, why you're joining in the chat, where you're from, all those things. And then I'm going to have Chai and Derrica introduce themselves and I introduce myself so you know who we are and what you're tuning into right now.
All right. So again, I am Chai, like the tea, Mathais, co-chair of the Atlanta Black Chambers Health and Wellness Committee and founder of Inside Out Health and Beauty, where we are improving the quality of life from the inside out. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner and a full spectrum holistic doula, and I love my job.
I love that you add that at the end. I love that look. I love my job. I love that. but but I'm Derrica Webb. I am founder and designer of Exude International, which is a luxury lifestyle and wellness brand. We focus on improving your sleep quality and boosting your confidence. So I specialize in designing luxurious sleepwear, pajamas, nightgowns, robes, etc., made to transition from the bedroom to fashionable apparel.
All right, fantastic. And if you missed it, Derrica shared her journey to her building the start and the building of her brand. And one of the things that I got from it, which I thought was so impressive, especially this being Women's History Month, is that she realized that it was more than just sleepwear, that there was some purpose, more purpose behind it in terms of educating and helping her clients to sleep well so that they can feel good from the inside out. So fantastic. So we are here as members of the Atlanta Black Chamber Health and Wellness Committee. We have an event coming up on the 15th of March. I was going to say May, it's still March, from 10 to 4. And it's called Flourish and Thrive. So we'll be giving you more information about that. But Chai, do you want to give them a little appetizer, a little taste test of what Flourish and Thrive is all about?
Absolutely. Well, we have decided as women in wellness that we serve all the time. We're always pouring out and giving because we love it, right? But there are times when we need to just stop and enjoy a day of respite, renewal, and transformation. So we have curated an amazing wellness experience by wellness practitioners for wellness practitioners. It's a day pass of wellness where you can come out and unwind and unplug for the day with like-minded individuals. We are creating an amazing community for wellness practitioners. So we just invite you to join us for Flourish and Thrive on March 15th. So excited.
All right. All right.
Get your
So
day
let's,
pass. Get your day pass.
yes, the
Wellness
whole
Day Pass,
day.
honey. And some pajamas, honey. Get some
Yes.
pajamas.
You gotta be comfy. Attire is comfy. We gotta make sure it's comfy. Come comfy because we have
Yes.
wellness experiences for you, and to
Yes.
actually do the experiences that come with the day pass. Be comfortable.
Yes, yes, we forgot to say that the last time. I think we forgot to tell y'all, please. We know you're cute. We're cute
Yes.
too, but we're not doing the heels and the all the
Mm-mm.
things, right? So thank you for that reminder, Derrica. We're gonna be comfortable, at leisure, luxury, sleepwear, all the things come like that. Don't come with the heels. All right, and the
Yes.
nice dresses and stuff. That's the next event, right? Next event.
Right. Right.
So tomorrow is Harriet Tubman's birthday. We're celebrating her legacy by talking about sleep and rest. So we have some questions. We're gonna get a little deeper. And y'all, if you're in on the live, or even if you're watching the replay, please put your answers in the chat. We want to go back and read and respond to you. So, question: why is rest often seen as a privilege instead of a necessity, especially for women? So why do we think that it's a privilege to rest and not it's not necessary for us?
Yeah, and I just want to go back because mother, like, women play so many different hats, right? They are, mothers, caregivers, so many things. And so I think it's just a guilt thing, right? You work hard, you're building businesses. Some people are, moms, entrepreneurs, and so many different hats. And I think it's just a guilt thing. And then it just kind of goes back to what I said a little earlier about, how this country, we're set on just celebrating being sleep deprived. If you're sleep deprived, they're saying like you're staying up all night, like, oh girl, I stayed up, I had to do this. We're already, as women, there are so many barriers that we're faced with, that keeps us from sleep loss, menopause, one of them, pregnancy, menstrual cycles already. So we're already dealing with those barriers, on top of feeling like, oh, I may be lazy if I get these 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And so it's really the reverse, because you have to show up as your best self to have all those hats, right? It's actually the reverse. And it's the thing I honestly had to learn too, because I would tell you, when I started my brand, and I was just doing the luxury sleepwear, and people, it was a culture thing, and saying, I think someone had even like a podcast just talking about, no sleep, like team no sleep, and all this kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and like teaching these things to us and saying like, we got to stay up and we want to be successful, we got to stay up. So here I am having very poor sleep habits, where I was staying up all night. I had my laptop in my room, I had my phone, and I'm staying up. And it's like, really, we're not really doing anything because we're tired, just to be honest with
Right.
you. And so for sleep, our brain just really has to shut down. And that's the biggest part of sleep. Like, so you can be productive and successful tomorrow. So you're making bad decisions staying up, honestly, all night and making these decisions. And so when you're waking up and you got those 7 to 8 hours, you're feeling refreshed, you're ready to go. And so when people say, I came back from vacation, I feel good, you should be feeling like that every day,
Yes.
because you want to be successful, to be the best mom that you can be, the best worker you can be, the build your business to where it needs to go. So, that's why I ultimately feel like, for especially for women, because they didn't want to feel like they lazy. They want to try to be the best in everything that they do.
Right, right. I love, 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 love that for our entire audience, but for those who are listening on LinkedIn. So, that's professional, it's about leadership. And one of the things I talk about, especially for midlife women in terms of our wellness, is that, yeah, we're doing all these things, we're having all these routines and these habits, including sleep and sleep hygiene, because we want to show up as the best version. I love what you said. And our leadership is so much more impactful when we are well rested. I mean, especially in midlife. Midlife comes with the brain fog, the interruptions in sleeps, with the different symptoms. Not for every woman, but for a large amount of women, that happens. And so that already works against us in terms of being able to have a clear mind to make those decisions. So I
Right.
love, love, love what you said, how you tied it in, to the fact that the best version of ourselves is a well rested version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's keep on a going. Next question. What are some practical ways as women that we can create a better sleep routine? So, what are some tips that you give to your clients?
Yes, great question. I love that you asked that because a part of so when you purchase, I'm gonna share actually these tips because it's honestly like minor adjustments that you can do that will really change your sleep. And I want to say sleep and rest are two different things, right? People can
Right.
say they go to sleep, but are you resting? Are you
Right.
going through those four stages of sleep that your body goes through, right? So when you purchase something from me now, in the packaging, there's a thank you package, but on the back, I give you guys tips to help you with your sleep. So I'll share those. And it's just this cute little card. Let me zoom in, and it helps you with your sleep. So I say, it's more than just the 7 to 8 hours. It is a lifestyle change, right?
Right.
So limiting your screen time. So I know we may have TVs in our rooms, which is great, and cell phones. We got to cut the screen time. We got to cut the screen time. And I say 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. Your bedroom should be like your sanctuary. Like it should be a cool place, should be dark. It should not have all these gadgets and devices going on. You should not be keeping your TV on because it's messing up with your nervous system. And so it's not going to prepare you for sleep. You have to prepare for sleep, right? And also get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, not on the weekends, not when you feel like you need to rest. Also, avoid caffeine and alcohol 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I was this person too. Like when I first started out, I had my models doing, these pretty pajamas in like their nightcap, doing these nightcaps at night because people feel like, alcohol helps you sleep better. It's totally wrong. Totally wrong. Because it in fact messes up with your nervous system as well too. So you want to have I call myself now the happy hour girl, go to a day party girl because I love my cocktails now. But I'm not drinking that 2 to 3 hours of sleep because one, you're gonna wake up, it's gonna mess up your sleep wake cycle, and you do not want that to be happening. Okay. Also, get into a routine. So, as we share, what prepares us for sleep? We mentioned hot and baths. We mentioned reading. We mentioned candles. Also, journaling is a good thing as well too.
Yes.
Meditation, because journaling honestly is really great because it helps those thoughts to go ahead and come out, so it can like give you clarity in your brain to help you just unwind, and also have a great sleep foundation. So your mattresses, your pillows, all of your sheets, all of that is part of your sleep foundation. All of that stuff you need to keep a really good sleep foundation. That's gonna, of course, what you sleep on, what you sleep in is important, and it's all a part of the sleep lifestyle.
Listen, listen, just gems falling all over the place. Y'all see the gems behind me? Gems, just gems, gems, gems. Um, as we are preparing to celebrate tomorrow, Harriet Tubman's birthday, we need to let's start doing like a little audit. So Derrica gave us some really great tips, and they seem simple, but are we really doing them right? So whether it's on the replay or on the live, you can go back and just catch that snippet, all that she said, write it down, do a little checklist, check, check, check. So either tonight, in preparation for tomorrow's celebration, or tomorrow while you're celebrating in the evening, getting ready for bed, make sure your bedroom and your environment is conducive for sleep, right? Very good quality sleep. Love those gems. Love those gems. So we are coming down to the end, but we don't want y'all to go anywhere until we tell y'all what we gotta say. So hang on. So I'm gonna invite Shy, our fearless leader, to talk about our Flourish and Thrive event in a little bit more detail and why you need to be there. Guess what? Number one, we're going to need y'all to say, I'm coming. We need you to
Yeah.
say that in the chat. We need a verbal confirmation. We're going to put the link in the comments so that you can register. But Chai, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, it is so important not only that you sleep well, but also that you take the time to just pause. So, this is your press pause moment, right? We want you to just take a minute and stop and come out for a day of respite, renewal, transformation because we need it. It is nothing wrong with the amount of work that you do. We encourage you to be booked and busy. We love the booked and busy life,
Right.
but we want to make sure that you're sleeping. We want to make sure that you're connecting authentically. One of the things that Dr. Fiona and I have talked about is so often when we're networking, it's very transactional. We're out here, we're exchanging business cards. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you. But then we go back to our little silos and we're working, right? But not often do we just come together to have intentional connection, to have intentional respite, to learn about modalities that really help you live that authentic life we've been talking about, right? To be able to show up as the best version of yourself, or where you can come and get all of those services, those spa services in one place for the amount of money that you are paying to be at this event. So we're talking about reflexology, we're talking about facials, manis, pedis, massage, we're talking about Zumba, we're talking about pelvic floor, we're talking about sound healing rooms, journaling, food, libations, all the things, and education and connection all in one place. It's the Wellness Day Pass. It is our thing. And we just, again, want to invite you to come out, connect with us. We are building an amazing community of wellness practitioners because we need to hold each other up. We realize, especially with the pandemic, when people have a health crisis, we are burning the candle on both ends. And sometimes we don't get to sleep, right? Because when we're in crisis, we have to just be on. So just take a minute and just come together, build community, build this circle around you. So in the event that we have to deal with something like that again, we have our tribe. So we again want to invite you to come out to this amazing event. Oh yeah, I see the glow up bar, the sound and relaxation, the sip and savor. Yes, private spa services, group wellness talks. Yes, the pelvic power zone, movement and mingle, all the things. Yes, come out for Flourish and Thrive. Again, it's a women's wellness experience, March 15th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Studio House Atlanta. This month, we are celebrating Women's History Month. And yesterday, I didn't see you all. So happy International Women's Day to
Yes,
everybody, right?
yes,
Yes,
yes.
This is
absolutely.
our month, right? To take care of each other, to build that community, to get back to village, get back to
Hmm.
community. It is time for us to come together like never before. And so we hope to see you on March 15th.
All right. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. 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 So y'all know what we'll be doing, you know where it is, you know the time, you know the dates, you know all the things. So we need to see you all. So as we are wrapping up, any last words from Chai, from Derrica? What would you want to leave the people with?
I hope that this has really made you guys an eye opener, even though this is was short, just kind of the gems that we said in the educate. I just really hope that it helps you to prioritize sleep, not just tomorrow that we're celebrating, but this is actually Sleep Awareness Week as well too. Not only tomorrow that we're celebrating the passing of Harriet Tubman, but also it's also bigger than that. It's Sleep Awareness Week. On Friday is World Sleep Day. But just, take the time to educate yourself. Take the time to pause. Tomorrow's all about just resting your mind. Like rest is, no late, just rest, and just take the time to just read up on the things that I'm saying, because it's so important. I'm telling you, sleep will change your life. It's a quote that I love to tell people all the time, and it is goes sleep is the golden chain that ties your body and your health together. So I need you guys to show up as your best selves every day. So that's my last words.
Right.
Every
Love
day.
it.
Yes,
Love
that's
it.
so,
Love
so
it.
good. And don't be afraid to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. That is the best feature that Apple ever created. That Do Not Disturb feature has blessed
Oh,
my whole
that is
soul.
good. That is good.
Yes.
It is put
Yes.
your phone on Do Not Disturb. Put your phone in another room. Derrica gave some amazing tips about turning off that TV, just completely unplug. And like that is something I actually do once a week where I actually
Yes.
unplug. I'm not on social media. I'm not doing anything. I literally completely unplug because it gives your body the opportunity to have a metabolic reset. Every week, you need to reset your body's metabolic functions every single week, because when you don't show up as the best version of yourself. And so if you're experiencing brain fog, if you're just like, you can't just say, oh, I'm just going through the change. No, 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 no. I mean, we got a supplement for that, right? But
Right.
but I'm telling you, sleep does the body good. Those power naps, I would encourage you, if you're like me and you keep a block scheduling, build in naps into your schedule
Right.
if you can. Build in moments to take five, those take five breathing techniques that we've shared with
Mm.
you earlier in this season, where you just set your timer for 5 minutes and you just breathe in through your nose and hold it and out through your mouth. 5 minutes. Take five and breathe. And that is also something that you can do for those individuals who have a hard time winding down, who have a hard time sleeping. Again, Derrica gave that tip about not being on social media. When you are constantly scrolling and you're constantly being stimulated, it makes it very hard for you to unwind. So those take five breathing techniques, that journaling, that reading, the baths, the showers, all of those things collectively will help you to settle down, settle your mind, get to a place of stillness. If you can get to a place of stillness and rest, it'll help you to sleep better. And so we highly, highly encourage you to take these tips, practice implementing them on Monday, and hopefully it will become a lifestyle change.
Yeah. So y'all, this was your reminders. It's the third month of the year. You probably had all these, you still do. As a high achiever, you have all these goals. You want to do this, that, and the other. You want to check off the list, right? And so we're in the third month of the year. In order for you to have everything and more that you want and for it to be sustainable, we're here. This is your reminder from us, our love from us to you to, yes, exactly. And then that little heart there is, look at that, is
I
rest,
love it.
right?
Okay.
Yes, the iPhone is doing things. I know that's an
I
iPhone.
see. Okay. Yep.
Yes, me and my niece, we play around on the iPhone. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it does that. I found
I,
that out yesterday.
that's
But
awesome.
y'all, this is your reminder to rest. If you need a hard reset, adjust your sleep, adjust your rest, adjust your routine. You have the information, you have our encouragement, you have our love, you have our support, you have our invitation to come out and join us this Saturday. So, I looked and I did not see any comments at this time. It probably on, you have a comment? Go ahead.
Yeah, I see on my side, it's probably on the ABC side. There's a member of ABC, Conyers, Georgia, and she said, honey, I need that fabric. So, Danielle, we encourage you to reach out to Derrica. Derrica's
Yes.
going to put her information in the chat.
Yes.
Once we log off, we'll make sure we post the links in our chats on the ABC page to make sure that you can get the fabric, you can get the pajamas. We want to make sure that you have access.
Yes, and
Yes.
I forgot to add this week, Sleep Awareness Week, I am doing a special discount to celebrate so that you can upgrade your sleep hygiene and you can get all the fabulous things and sleep well. So you'll get a nice discount at checkout all this week, because I want you to get everything. I need you to sleep well and I need you to change that lifestyle habit, honey. Come on. So we're gonna give you all the information. There's no code that's gonna be needed. And as Shy said, I'll give you the link to the website. And like I said, it'll just automatically apply.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else from our audience, from those watching on live, we will see you tomorrow because we'll continue our conversation, our celebration. Y'all have a good evening. Get y'all some good rest, some good sleep, and go out and buy y'all some of that fancy, luxurious sleepwear. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.